What up, family? It's me, your favorite cousin, your favorite uncle, your favorite son, your favorite father, your best friend's best friend, whatever. Anyway, today I wanted to get on and I was going to eat my seafood from leftovers from last night, and I just decided why not make it a mukbang, so I got my seafood here in the bowl. You can kind of see it, maybe. It's like mussels and shrimp, corn, potatoes. Got my waste bowl. And I just wanted to just get on and talk. And yes, I'm wearing something that I can get dirty. It's my MTV shirt. You guys, I'm of the MTV generation. When there were actually videos on TV all through the late 80s, well, the mid to late 80s and the early 90s. I can recall videos from that time. And this is the original MTV logo. So yes, I'm dating myself, but you guys already know. I'm a man of a certain age, not an old age or not an older age. And there's nothing wrong with there because I look forward to getting there. There's wisdom in that. But, I'm of the MTV age. I'm a Gen Xer, so of course I am. Gen Xer, Zennial, whatever. I think I'm an Xer though. Anyway, I wanted to get on and just do a mukbang while I talk and while I eat. I'm going to talk. And just share what's been going on, but also have just real dialogue. I haven't done this in a long time, so bear with me. Anyway, I want to talk about family. And to those of you who aren't normally used to seeing me this way, go back and watch some of the old videos. I've done this before. I like food. I like seafood. A mukbang. I still don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, I want to talk about family. Sometimes family seems to be your hardest challenge in life. I mean, let's be real. They know your weak points. They know what things that can get you. You guys, I think I got napkins. Hopefully I have something to say. We're good. So anyway, they know most about you. They know what will hurt you the most. And if you got a family that's not fully evolved, which most of us do, they'll know exactly what it takes to hurt you, and they will use those things to hurt you. So recently, I had a conversation with both of my siblings, my brothers. Well, I have 3 siblings. And I can be honest, every time, well, each of the 3 of them, I've had disagreements with. Argument that's actually has led to arguments. You guys, I'm gonna show you some of the stuff I have in here too as I talk. I got shrimp. It's the best part of it, I think. We've argued, and those arguments lead to me taking what I call restful breaks. My peace breaks. Because I'm not an arguer. I don't really care for it. I prefer everything to be happy, roses all the time, and that's just not life. And we're siblings. We've known each other our whole lives. And so, sometimes the interactions can be a bit rocky. And I'm not going to go into details about what each of the arguments was about. But just know they impacted me in the moment. Where I just shut down. I was like, I don't want to deal with nobody because we're too old for this. And that's my opinion of it. I feel like we're now, all of us are well into our over 30s, into our 40s, and there's no sense to be having some of these useless arguments anymore. Can anybody feel me on that? Oh, dropping stuff. Can anybody feel me on that? That some of the things you've been discussing in your families, you no longer have the interest, the strength, the emotional desire to discuss. I mean, it's just what it is. Give me just a moment. So what I was saying, I had to go get some water. I tend to like my seafood spicy, so I need water. But anyway, you get to a place in your life in which some of the things that you argued about as kids or as young adults are pointless at this point. You know, things that are no longer beneficial, useful, and serves little purpose in your life at the moment. And I'm the type of person is, if I'm going to waste an argument, or if I'm going to argue something, let it be something worth my time, not some old stuff that should have been hashed out years ago, or that we continue to talk about year after year after year after year. I'd rather work on building our relationship as who we are now than continue to hash things over the past, you know? But sometimes when you're dealing with others, especially family members, I got clams too, y'all. Especially family members, they're not inclined to just let you let stuff go or let themselves let stuff go. They'll want to argue over topics, like I said, you should have been over years ago. And you know, you guys, I get on here with you guys all the time, weekly, and I talk about healing from trauma. I talk about being whole and all of that stuff. But I'm a very real person, you know. I don't ever, you guys, I'm licking my fingers, it's good. But I don't ever want you guys, as you listen to me on these videos, think, oh, he has just the perfect existence and nothing goes wrong in his life. You'd be a damn fool if you believe that. I'm a work in progress, just like you're a work in progress. And so I go through stuff. I have my ups and downs. I have my good days, bad days. I have family issues, you know, because the reality of it is just because I went to therapy, just because I studied coaching and stuff and got, you know, a license and certified in it, doesn't mean everybody in my family has. And it also doesn't mean that just because I have those things, I'm somehow free from having any type of issues and negative interactions with other people. That's not realistic. Like, healing, as I always say, is a journey. And I'm on that journey, just like you're on that journey. But I'm of the mindset, I really dislike arguing with anybody. Siblings, loved ones, friends. I'd rather figure out ways to advance one another. Like, if I learn about something that's a good move for money, I'm always that friend, that sibling, that openly shares that information. So, I'd rather do that than to argue with you. Any day of the week. Let's find ways we can grow together as opposed to finding things to argue about. Life's too short. You gotta drink water. Water is everything. You're made up of a lot of it, so you might as well add some more to it. Anyway, but I'd rather do that. I'd rather us learn from one another and grow with one another than sit back and, you know, argue. You know, and the reason why I'm even bothered by this is because it's been 30 years worth of argument for some of us. You know, it's been 30 years of the same arguments about the same stuff for some of us. And I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, okay, let's turn the leaf. You know, if you know my story, or if you know where I'm at now, at least in life, you know that I am now on a path to get what I call the last 40 years of my life on my terms. I lived the first 40 years of my life on everybody else's terms, doing the quote-unquote off right thing. And what I mean by that is, I went to college, you know, for a long time. I got a career, Some of those years I was heavily into the church because that's what my mom wanted me to do. I stayed out of trouble. Or at least I didn't bring trouble home. Any trouble that I did go through, I kept it to myself and in my own life. So according to my mom, I stayed out of trouble. But went to college, have had a pretty successful teaching career. Enjoy teaching, enjoy my job, love it. But I came to the realization at some point last year, maybe 2 years ago, I guess, that I didn't live life on my terms. And I lived it safe. I didn't take the chances that I wanted to take. I should have taken, I think. And because I'm not a regretful person, I figure now the present's the time to do what I wish to do. And so I wish to be self-employed, making hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars a year. Building my own businesses. So I got the coaching business. I trade different commodities like Forex and futures and options and different things. I got my real estate license. I'm a California realtor. I'm working on my insurance license. I have a business, a clothing company called Creole Boy. Go to creoleboy.com. You can see that. You can see more about that if you want to support a brother in his venture to live life in his last 40 years on his terms. So I'm deciding now that I'm stepping out on faith. I'm stepping out on risk. And I'm taking the chances that I wanted to take, but for whatever reason, whether it was fear or whether it was trying to please others, I didn't take in life. I played it safe. Even me moving here to California from home, away from family, was a big risk that if you had talked to me 20 years ago, I wouldn't have thought about taking. I had dreams of one day doing it, but those were mere dreams. I was nowhere near thinking about taking the risk of moving far away from home, and I did it. It was the start of me deciding to take the risk, And so, I'd rather be growing and evolving as a person, becoming better, than arguing over things and people and stuff for years. Am I the only one on that? Am I the only one who believes there got to be a time in which you break the cycles that no longer serve you, that really never serves you in life? I know I can't be the only one who thinks that. And so having these arguments with my siblings is painful. But it's not painful in the way where it makes me sad anymore because I'm used to it. But it's painful in the way it's like, damn, still? This is where we at still? Life's about living. And if you're not living, then what are you doing? If you're not loving, then what are you doing? Laughing, then what are you doing? Are you going to just argue? Are you going to live the life well below what you deserve? You deserve, I deserve, we all deserve better. Everybody deserves the great life. But not everybody wants to be great or wants to see you great or whatever the case may be. So I had to take a moment of peace from family, specifically my siblings. We all are dealing with life, the passing of our mother, the absence or the interesting predicament with our father, other family members, each other. We all deal with it differently. And for me, when it's too much drama, trauma, fighting, I back away. That is not my game. I've never really cared too much for that type of experience. I want to have a life of peace. So that's what I did. I'm stepping away. I've stepped away. Um, but I'm pretty sure, guys. My shirt's a little sleepy today, y'all. Y'all, this is a really old shirt, but I like it a lot, so I'll wear it, and it can get dirty, and I don't care because I just wash it and wear it again. But I'm really at a place for, like I said before, where I want to live life according to my terms, and that's traveling, that's earning money, that's helping people, that's teaching in the way I want to teach, building my businesses, loving, relationship, friendships, all that stuff. I want that life, and I want it on my terms. I no longer want to live a life just based on what other people want of me. I no longer want to live a life based on the same mundane, repetitive, Ferris wheel type experience of the same thing over and over and over again. I want more. I want more for myself. I want more for my family. I want more for those around me. I want to build a legacy that ancestors down the line to say, you know what? He could have went down one path, but he chose another one, and we're thankful and grateful that he did. A legacy. So arguing over insignificant stuff, especially stuff that's been arguments for 25, 30 years, is irrelevant to me. And don't get me wrong, I love my siblings with all my heart. I die for each and every one of them. But I will not die not maintaining my peace. My peace of mind. My peace of heart. My peace. How many people can relate to that? Can relate to that. Y'all, this food was good. It wasn't a whole lot in there. It's like a few shrimp, more mussels than anything, but corn and potatoes, it was. But I just decided, since I was here and I'm eating, I'm talking, we're gonna do it like this in a mukbang. Mukbang. I don't know. Hell. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. I want my peace. I want my life on my terms. I'm building and doing the things I need to do to get in that direction. And so I don't have time for pointless arguments with anybody, let alone my siblings, when we can be using this moment to grow with one another and be better people. Because there's no argument that's more important than loving people you're supposed to love. And being with people and growing with people that you're supposed to be with and that you're supposed to grow with. At least that's what I think. So like I said, you guys, this is a raw, unstripped from me. When you see me get up here and I do the Living For You channel stuff, I'm not pretending. I am being me. That is very me. I am healing, but I have tools and I help people. But I'm a work in progress too. I'm normal. I think I'm normal. I'm a little weird. But nevertheless, what you see is what you get. And I've always been that way for the most part. But I'm trying to be more present. And if it takes fighting for my peace, not even fighting for my peace, if it takes living and loving for my peace, then that's what I got to do. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done eating. I'm done chatting with you guys, and hopefully you enjoyed this. I still find these things weird, but I know some of you guys really appreciate to see me raw and unstripped, and stripped, and I'm gonna try to give you some more of these or whatever if I can, if I want to. But I don't know. We'll see. I just thought it was a perfect time to do it. So anyway, continue to enjoy your moment. Remember to fight for your peace. Remember to love the people you love. My brothers and sisters, I love you. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. You're my family. We don't always see eye to eye, but as long as we see heart to heart, then I think we're doing what we're supposed to do. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. It's still, like I said, it's still very weird to me, but TV. But I will see you all in the next video. Peace.